There's 5 key themes I've seen happening this week. The first one is regional homes boom. Is it finally coming to an end? We'll know that there's been talk after talk about how good the growth has been, but are we going to finally see that wind back? You know, both here in Victoria and as well as New South Wales, we're now allowed to go back to the office. Masks are getting stripped back in almost all locations. So we're going to start to see that winding back. And in addition to that, are we also going to see things change because of the fact that those prices have become so expensive that you know, it's gotten a little bit crazy. All right, second theme is Melbourne set to take Sydney's crown in the top city stakes. So there's been a lot of talk. Obviously, population growth has been off a little bit recently in both states. But if and when Melbourne becomes a bigger city than Sydney, what does that mean for the property market? Well, we're going to need more infrastructure, more homes, and ultimately, demand is going to outstrip supply, so we can see some strong price growth. How much does it cost to sell your home in Australia? It is expensive. It's important that you understand those key frameworks. Renovating versus selling. What is more important, or what is more right for your lifestyle? Well, it's really important that you understand, you know, as we said, those key frameworks, and also how that might apply in terms of cost, because it isn't cheap to sell your home. All right, I've got 3 seconds to go. CBD apartment vacancies are below pre-pandemic levels. Now, I know time is up, but I just want to labour on that point for a couple of seconds. It's been tough for investors out there. I'm an investor just like you on the line today, and I tell you what, my rents are shit house at the moment. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It hasn't been great compared to what it was a couple of years ago, but finally, the vacancy rate has got down to something a bit more normal. And in fact, according to the latest stats, it's below where it was in 2019. Now, that's not going to immediately translate to rental growth, but let me tell you, once there isn't vacancy, borders are opening up, students are coming back, we should start to see, as those leases expire and get renewed or people move, we should finally start to see some rental growth happening. And that is good news for all of our investors out there, as well as any budding investors that are thinking about it. Sure, there might be some short-term pain as those of us have suffered, but rest assured, you're in for a good long-term growth in the rental market. All right, so that is it. I also wanted to touch on the auction market over the weekend. So I'll take about 5 seconds. It was about 75% clearance rate nationally, as well as in both Sydney and Melbourne. And both Sydney and Melbourne had more than 1,000 auctions. So big week, good results. And it will be very interesting to see where that keeps tracking for the rest of the year. I'm not too concerned about it, and I don't think that you should be either.